Hi, Ginger and Alyssa. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Chloe and JB, good evening to you. Great to see you. Hope you had a good day. Mojave. Hello, hello, hello. Nice to see you. Oh, apples. Apples falling out of the tree. Hi, Ryan. You're watching on the TV tonight. Let me know what you think. I kind of suspect whenever I zoom in on something, since I'm only using digital zoom, it probably looks pretty grainy on a TV set, but we'll see. Cannolis barking at the TV. That must be a cat, is it? Oh no, cats don't bark. I guess you've got a dog named Cannoli. All right, it's a nice night. It's a little cool. I think it's 63 degrees, 64 degrees. Just a very light wind from the northeast. Not much movement here. I hear a warbler going overhead. I think it's cloudy. We're supposed to get a lot of rain tomorrow. We have about half an inch at least of rain coming tomorrow. So, not a whole lot on the sheet. I see a longhorn beetle up there, probably a poplar borer, but I haven't gone in close to look yet. Turn the light on here. I might have a slight technical problem with the light. Just give me a second here while I switch some cables around. Okay, we have a light. Hopefully that'll stay on. Anyway, one of the first things I see is this guy right here, which looks like a sphinx moth. We haven't seen one of those for a while. So we'll take a look at that right away. This, gosh, am I going to remember the names now? I think this is, what is this, twin spotted sphinx. Not sure, Alyssa. There's the longhorn beetle. That is a poplar borer. Yeah, I think the twin-spotted sphinx has a much more pronounced crescent, white crescent at the wingtips than this. So this may be the one that, the other one, what is it? One-eyed sphinx, I think. that normally has whitish veins, but I'm not sure. It must be a second generation of the species, and sometimes the different generations during the summer can look appreciably different. So we'll take a look, see if we can see the underwing. Remember, there are two species that are quite similar. They're in the genus Smerinthus. I think the twin spotted sphinx was Smerinthus jamaicensis, and the other one, the one-eyed sphinx, was Smerinthus ceruzii. So we'll just see if we can count the eyes here. We got a little pink. They both have pink. I think I'm just seeing one eye spot there. Had it pretty well open for a second. Can we see from below? Well, I don't want to harass them anymore. It's one of those two. I'm just not sure. I'll have to look it up. Looking at the markings on the top side of the wings, there's a boldly marked archips. Ginger, you looked it up? What did you come? One-eyed sphinx. Okay. That's great, thank you. Looks very nice anyway. Seems to be in very good condition. One last check. Oh, it's twin spotted. I don't know if anyone else caught that, but it was a twin spotted sphinx. That's what I was thinking actually from the upper side. It doesn't have the white veins of the one-eyed sphinx. And also it has this little crescent here right at the end of my fingernail. A little crescent in the middle of the wing. That was a feature that we noticed on the twin spotted. So if you didn't catch it, just go back a few seconds and you'll see there was like 1 second when the pattern was exposed on the underwing. There was a big blue area with a dark line through the middle of it. Okay, Ginger, take care. I hope you are feeling better. Ginger's not feeling so well, so she's going to leave us. Yeah, it was a stubborn one. Take care of yourself, Ginger. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, down here we have the unmarked dagger. It's one we see most nights recently. Here's a gypsy moth that just arrived. Oh, he's back down again. Male gypsy moth. Nice antenna. They're twin-spotted sphinxes here on the edge of the light, giving us a nice look of the underwing. Here's our poplar borer up here. If I remember the shapes correctly, this is a female. Feeling her way around with her antenna. Here's Peoria gematella. Peoria gematella. This one's got a nice kind of a pinkish hue to it. That's it, Alyssa. Perfect. Peoria gematella. A nice fresh one. Sometimes they can be really rosy colored. I see there's a nice crane fly up here we'll go take a look at. First of all, we'll take a look at this, if I can get it to stop shivering. This is a new one for us. It's called the American ear moth. Ear like E-A-R. American ear moth. And he's gone. Newbie. Our first American ear moth of the season. Poplar borers following us around. Here's the crane fly. Did I call it a crane moth earlier? A crane fly. And of course it flew away immediately. This is the two-lined hook tip. Two-lined hook tip. For obvious reasons. Those are its front legs that are sticking out in front. Those are not palps or antenna. And I see another new one for us right here. If we can get a decent look at it. Well, maybe not. I'm not sure now. No, I'm not sure. I thought this was going to be the filbert worm moth. And actually it may be. Maybe just a worn filbert worm moth. Filbert worm moth. Filbert worm is all one word. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. If not, it's something very closely related that I haven't seen before. So this is, Alyssa is saying, what was that? This is the filbert worm moth. Filbert, F-I-L-B-E-R-T, worm, W-O-R-M, filbert worm. I guess filberts are a type of tree, or I know there's nuts called filbert nuts. Filbert worm moth, that's it. Okay. Maybe another one? No. This. Ooh. Yeah, it is. This is another filbert worm moth, only this one's a little more typical. So it's the same species. Those darker areas are actually kind of a gold, reflective gold. If you get it in the right light, you'll see how shiny those bands are, those dark bands. Anyway, they're very shiny and gold colored. So that's a fresher one there, and this is the one we just looked at. That's quite worn. So filbert worm moth is a new one for us. Here's the buff-tipped Epinodia we see every night. The boldly marked archips, same one or another one here. And see, we have the two-lined hook tip down here, and right here we have the arched hook tip. Camera doesn't seem to want to focus on it. Arched hook tip. And ooh, look at this beauty here. This is a primrose cochillid moth. Tiny, tiny, tiny moth, pink and yellow. Oh, a plant bug just scared the primrose cochillid away. We've had the primrose cochillid a few times. It's always nice to see them. Powdered bigwing. This is another cochillid moth of some kind. I don't know what species this is. Looks like a sigmoid prominent. Whoop, our light's gone off again. Just hang on a second. If I can get it back. All right, we're back again. Yeah, I was going to say sigmoid prominent down here. Another regular one for us in recent nights. Here's our reliable flame-shouldered dart. Getting pretty worn. Ooh, I see somebody new has come in here. Oh, it's gone already. Darn, that was a great looking moth too. I think it was some kind of an underwing. But hopefully it'll come back. This is the reticulated fruitworm moth that, again, we've been seeing quite often. And sharp-angled carpet. Pretty large moth flapping around here. There's a couple of flame-shouldered darts down here. And who's hiding up under here? Well, that's a Baltimore snout. And that's another Peoria gematella with the antenna waving in the air. And this closer one out of focus is a flame-shouldered dart. Yeah, nice snout on the Baltimore snout. There's a plume moth here somewhere. There it is. And somebody hiding in behind behind the fluorescent light here. That's a clover looper that's hiding in there. Our beautiful twin-spotted sphinx moth is still here. Gypsy moth, male. Also called the spongy moth on some websites. I noticed that Bug Guide, it's called spongy moth now. The moth photographers group, they still call it the gypsy moth. Common gluphisia. Yeah, woke moth. There's a plant bug there with some green on it. A couple of pale areas in the middle of the thorax. Take a look over here on the edge of the sheet. Don't see anything too noteworthy there. And on the shingles, a couple of flame-shouldered darts right there. Otherwise, reticulated fruitworm moth. Three-lined leaf roller. Another reticulated fruitworm moth. Beautiful flame-shouldered dart. And a nice big caddisfly here. All right, do another sweep of the sheet here. Don't see anybody new on this side. Up here, flame-shouldered dart just flew off, reticulated fruitworm moth, and another arched hook tip. Here's first lesser maple spanworm of the night. Poplar borer is still here. Two-lined hook tip. Very warm flame-shouldered dart. This is the Peoria gematella from above. You can see how rosy colored this one is. Plant bug. Looks like the same species we just looked at. Boldly marked archips. And over here on the shingles, I see we have a habrocine down here. This is the lettered habrocine. Well, it's been a while since we've seen one, maybe a week or so. A little bit overexposed. and reticulated fruitworm moth and flame-shouldered dart, powdered bigwing, some more some more flame-shouldered darts, I think that's the white-banded tooth carpet. Apples falling out of the tree. The green lacewing here. And that's a pink-barred glyph we see occasionally. Maybe I can make it a little clearer with this white sheet, possibly. There, clear. Clearly gone. Nothing else over here. And we'll do a final sweep on the sheet. Call it a night. There's our sigmoid prominent again. Cleared it out. Cleared that up. The pug moth down there on the hockey stick. Haven't been seeing too many pug moths like we did earlier in the summer. Buff-tipped epinodia. Don't know. And over on this side, last time our Baltimore snout has moved up into the open a little more. Looks like maybe another filbert worm moth. I don't know what they feed on around here. We certainly don't have filbert trees. Is there a tree called the filbert tree? Because I know there's filbert nuts. I assume they come from a tree called the filbert tree, but I'm not sure. Three-lined leaf roller. Does anybody know if there's a filbert tree? Yes, there is, Alyssa says. Okay, thanks. I don't think they occur this far north. I always think of it as a southern tree or a bush, but I'm not sure. There's a filbert worm moth right there. Maybe give you a better idea. They are hazelnuts. So filbert nuts are hazelnuts, the same thing? That would make sense. We do have hazelnuts here. Oh, okay. Thank you, Alyssa. Learned something new today. I'll have to relearn it again tomorrow, probably. Great. It's a pair of reticulated fruitworm moths. caddisfly up here. And I think that pretty much does it. Don't see anything else new here. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of activity, and it's certainly cooling down. I do hear a broadwing bush katydids. Yeah, it was a good variety, Alyssa. I think we had a couple of new ones tonight. There's divided Alathrutes. We've seen a few times. Pretty tiny, about 9 millimeters. And this guy, I don't know who this is. Not a moth, not a caddisfly. I guess it's a sawfly of some kind, related to hornets. Very interesting antenna. Yeah, it's been a really cool August this year after a blazingly hot July. Our temperatures, I think, have been below normal every day since the 1st of August, and we're now up to the 10th, and several degrees below normal. Wish I could see this better, but I just don't. Great blue heron squawking there. That's why I stopped talking. You can hear it. I don't recall seeing sawflies with what are called pectinate antenna, when they have sort of hairs going off from the side of their antenna. So it might be pretty straightforward to identify. I suspect there aren't a lot of hornets or sawflies that have antenna like this. Just I can't get any color. There should be some color on the legs or on the body. I see there's some pale markings on the legs. Darn. Mystery. We'll have to end on a mystery, I guess. Not sure who this is right here. Oh, this is a new one. Darn. Hope it settles down. This is called the Bridgham's Brocade. It's in here. Okay, he has settled down. I don't know if he's going to stay put when I raise the light. We'll find out. The name, yeah, that's it, Alyssa, exactly. I'm just going to spell it out for you, but you clearly know already how to spell it. It's running around a bit here. It's a pretty uncommon moth. I don't see it very often, just a very few per year, 2 or 3 or 4. He's sort of settled down, although he's still fluttering his wings pretty fast. Let's see. Up here it must be a banded tussock moth. It's too high and too overexposed to see much on. And I think the Bridgem's brocade has flown off now. Anyway, another new one for us, another newbie. I'll just hang on a second here. There's somebody quite large flying around. Our twin-spotted sphinx is still right here. Hasn't moved. Gypsy moth. Common gluphisia. Powdered bigwing. Our Baltimore snout is still right here. Reticulated fruitworm moth. Sigmoid prominent. Few odds and ends here. Same plant bug. Couple of micro moths. Three micro moths there of 3 different species. Somebody large just came slamming into the iPad, but I don't know where it went. Oh, it's a sexton beetle. It's on my jacket. Now it's on the sheet. Here it is. And he's off. So, one of the sexton beetles in the genus Nigrophorus. Okay, enough humming and hawing. Thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. Really appreciate it. And we'll keep slugging away. Slowly but surely we'll get a few new ones now and then. Tomorrow could be a washout, but you never know. The rain is supposed to stop in the evening sometime. So hopefully we can fit in a stream at 11 o'clock Atlantic tomorrow night. Thank you so much, Alyssa. Great typing tonight. And I don't know how you figured that Bridgem's brocade out so fast, but I was very impressed. Thank you so much. Chloe and JB, you're the best. Thank you so much for being here night after night. Ryan, really appreciate all your good advice you gave me today. And I'm learning a lot from your website, so from your channel, I mean. So thanks very much. Hey, Mojave, glad you could make it tonight. Thanks so much. I think, Mojave, if you're still there, your Ravens versus Cooper's Hawk video is one of the best videos I've ever seen at YouTube. It's just awesome. Thanks so much for streaming and for sharing special moments like that. If I missed anyone, I'm sorry. I'll see you all again soon. Have a great night. Bye-bye.